show that talks about Tulsa, people making a difference in the Tulsa community, special guest interviews spotlighting local businesses to covering important issues within the community no one else is talking about. The hot topics and more. Ladies and gentlemen, this is World One Development's news you can use with your host, Mr. Charles Harper and Damali Wilson.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to World One Development's news you can use. Welcome to World One Development's news you can use. We want to thank everyone for either listening on the radio, watching us on Facebook Live, or on www.kbob899.com, or tuning in to any of the news you can use media networks, which are powered by World One Development. We really appreciate that. I am your hostess with the mostest, Mr. Molly Wilson.
And I'm Charles Harper. It's Wednesday, a.k.a. Hump Day, February 26, 2025. And we are live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and Simulcast. So the news you can use media network, powered by World One Development. We are set for an exciting show, you guys. You better call your mom and them and tell them you can dial in at 918-856-3873 or post your comments on our Facebook Live feed at World One Development.
So on today's show, Black History Day at the Capitol. Find out what it is, how it went, and why you should have attended.
Yep. I'm excited about that. We'll also talk about our interviews with Mayor Monroe Nichols, Senator Nikki Nice, State Representative A.J. Pittman, and more.
And of course, our Hump Day hot topics, which are Scrambled on Greenwood closed its doors yesterday for good, so we're going to talk about it, and the big payback, fear and reparations in an American suburb. Find out what it is and how you can watch it, birthdays and more.
This is news you can use right here on KBOB 89.9 FM and Simulcast on the news you can use media network, powered by World One Development. We'll be right back, y'all.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive, reaching the community. The Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa, I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
This is KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development news you can use with Charles and Damali.
And we are back. So news you can use is all about shedding some light on the positive happenings in our community. There are many great business programs and events occurring in our neighborhood, and we felt the community needed to hear about those things, one, so we can support, and two, so we can be informed.
Hey, what's going on, family? I'm Charles Harper, Chief Executive Officer of World One Development, which includes fitting back in Edgereg Youth and Family Fun Center, 36th Street North Event Center, and NYCU.FM. My job, because the world wants to know, is to provide leadership for all aspects of World One Development with emphasis on long-term goals, growth, profits, and a return on that investment. And I am so excited and I'm so elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
And I'm Damali Wilson, Chief Operating Officer for World One Development. And my job is designing and implementing business operations and establishing policies that promote company culture and vision. I am also in charge of social media for all of the World One Development entities. If you would like to advertise your business or organization on this show or any of our other individual platforms, please inbox me your contact information on Facebook Messenger so we can talk. I am also happy and elated to be one of the creators of this phenomenal show.
Damali, what's up?
Man, what is up with the heat wave today?
Man, the heat is in here. It didn't start just today. It's been here for a couple of days now. Look, I'm loving it because just this time last week,
yes,
we was in the frozen tundra.
Yeah, we were.
So I have no complaints.
Yeah, I ain't
anything.
complaining, but I'm like, that it's extreme.
Why
It's
you got on a
extreme.
long sleeve shirt?
Because this is what I had
what
put
we're
out.
gonna start out with.
Yeah, I'm like, this is what I was gonna wear today.
But you know what? That's Oklahoma for you, though.
It
You didn't
is.
know.
I
You didn't know. You didn't know it was
wasn't
gonna
even
go
ready.
from 0 to 60 to 70 just like that. You didn't know.
I did
You
not.
didn't get the memo. And you
Didn't
know
get
what?
it.
I'm talking noise now with my t-shirt on. About 1 o'clock. Well, it's already 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
By 5 o'clock. This whole thing can reverse.
Exactly.
It'll be 50. Now you feeling good. And I'm struggling. But other than that, man, there's a lot of people out and about. It's a beautiful day.
Yes.
People out ride. Man, I love it. People can get to the car wash.
Man,
If you have not, that salt will tear your motor up.
Boy.
It will eat up all of your stuff. So you're out there riding. When you get your car wash, you got to get that undercarriage.
Yep.
Because if that salt get in there on your motor and all your stuff, you too could be walking on the highway this summer if you don't get that stuff off. So for the next 2 or 3 car washes, get that little undercarriage done. I think that'll be good. We got a loaded show today, so you better start calling your people right now.
Yes.
Because I'm turned up and I can't turn down.
I know, right?
We got a special
Turn
guest
down for what?
that's gonna be live in studio with us. I'm excited about her and what she got coming up too. So we gonna get to it. What you do this weekend?
You know what? So my oldest granddaughter celebrated her 8th birthday. So we went to Airtopia over in Owasso because that's what she wanted to do. You know, she the boss. So that's what she wanted to do. And we actually had a blast.
What is it called again?
Airtopia.
I have not heard of Airtopia.
So it's kind of like one of those jumping thing, you know, where you can go in and do the jumps and they put you in, they strap you all up and you can climb up stuff and climb up rock walls. I'm telling you, the grandmas, we was all up in that thing. We was climbing walls and doing all kinds of stuff. Our grandkids looking at us like, is that grandma? What Nana? What's she doing
like
up
the
there?
little rock climbing thing on the walls and all.
Yeah, me and Miss Robin, we had a good time up there with them babies.
Happy birthday to Korma, man. That's one of my favorite right there. So man, time flies so fast.
I know.
She was just a baby. She turned what, 8, 9?
8 years old.
A big 8. 8 is a big one.
Had her friends there, and it was fun. We had a blast.
Happy birthday, Korma. I'm gonna tell you that again.
Yes.
What else you do?
That was really it.
That was a wrap?
Yeah, I think that was it. That wore me out.
You said that was enough.
Yeah, because with all the grandkids and they running all around and you trying to make, because there was so many people. I think because that was the first day that we were out of the deep freeze. So every parent in the world seems like, you know, in Tulsa wanted to take their kids over there to Airtopia. So there was so many people. So you kind of got to watch your kids a little bit, you know. So just keeping up with them.
Plus it started warming up a little bit. So I can only imagine. And for me, you know, life has been so fast.
Yes.
In 2025. It's Happy New Year now. It's getting ready to be March.
I know, right?
You know what I'm talking about? It's like, so this weekend, I was just trying to catch up with myself. You're like, where is Charles?
Did it work?
A little bit.
Oh,
a little bit.
Like
I'm 80%, but you know how you be like, man, let me just kind of get my little stuff together. But it's been a very, very fast year.
It has
already.
Yeah.
Black History Month has been turned up. It's been so many great things happening everywhere. So I've been excited about that all month.
Yeah.
So hey, it's good to be busy.
It is.
Hey.
So before we get started, though, we want to send our prayers to the family, friends, and fans of entertainer Roberta Flack.
Yes.
She was 88 years old and she passed away the other day. And I don't know if you remember her. She sung that song "Killing Me Softly."
Yeah.
That song? Yeah. So that was like probably her #1 hit, but she was a producer and all of that. She, you know, in the music industry. But we lost another great one.
Yeah, one time this girl was trying to break up with me and she was gonna try to dedicate that song to me. I said, you is not gonna kill me softly. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna talk about this because we came into this thing together. It's gotta be some concessions made on them and we're killing you softly. No, you're not gonna kill me, not brother Charles,
Lord,
soft like
us,
that.
Help us. Yeah,
so
why do you remember this random stuff?
No, I'm just we had some slow jams in Little Rock. See, people from Arkansas know what I'm talking about. It slowed down. Key Sweat came on. Hey, this Key Sweat, he already fresh off begging, make it last forever. And he just, you know, she want to send me that. I'm like, no, you want to send me that at 10 o'clock at night? No, going out like, let's go to the movies, eat some popcorn. We gonna be all right. That's how I used to do it back in the day. Before it even came
out, right?
Yeah. But anyway, prayers, man. That's a giant that we have lost. So prayers for our community for sure.
Yes, absolutely. So y'all ready for the Black History Trivia?
Let's do it.
All right, Black History Trivia. We ain't quite ready.
Producer we ready?
No.
Go ahead.
He said no. Absolutely not. Said we're not doing it. Oh, here we go.
Now we ready.
All right. Who was the first African-American female star route mail carrier in the United States? Was it A, Sarah Black, B, Mary Fields, C, Medora Walker, or D, Jenny Lewis?
Damali, why you do this? I just told you I've been busy and been trying to find myself. Read it one more time. You read it one more time. What y'all think on the live? And don't y'all be Googling either.
All right. One more time.
One more time. Let's go. Black History Trivia.
Here we go. Who was the first African American female star route mail carrier in the United States? Was it A, Sarah Black, B, Mary Fields, C, Medora Walker, or D, Jenny Lewis?
See, the people on the live, they Googling Damali, because
I
normally
know,
they be
'cause
about
ain't
5
nobody even
answers.
said
They ain't going
nothing.
to help me out. JB, what you got?
I'm gonna go with Mary Fields.
Okay.
B, Mary Fields.
JB says B.
I wanted to say, I forget this lady's name. She was the first black postmaster of Tulsa. But yeah, I didn't know if there was a connection there or not, but I was checking it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, it's not.
No
No
connection
connection.
there.
No. So what you got?
We got to see.
We got to see.
Put
You got to
that
see.
down.
All right, come on.
And that's what I'm going with. I just needed somebody. I just at least want to touch a degree.
Uncle Brian said B.
We gonna sink or we gonna swim together today because I was sick.
Brian.
But you know what? When you take the ACT, when in doubt,
Mm-hmm.
hey, it's a lot of reasons why you go see. Hey,
Tamika and Charles. Okay, so y'all come on, give me
anybody
y'all
else?
answers.
Uncle Brian said B.
Yeah, Uncle Brian said B. Hey, so Uncle Brian says that Roberta Flack died from complications of ALS.
Oh,
Yeah,
that ALS
Mhm.
is something.
and he said also prayers for Iceman Jerry Butler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, we're losing people left and right. Yeah, so
gotta be prayerful, man. We gotta take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
Look out.
okay, y'all.
For
So
each
y'all come on,
other.
give us y'all answers. Apparently nobody don't know this one because ain't nobody even taking a
Let me
chance.
go. Hey, Mom is on. Don't say that about that.
Hey,
Mom
Mom.
is on here. Welcome to the show. Uncle Brian is on. What's going on, Uncle Brian? Welcome to the show. He
Hey,
done
Uncle.
probably recovered from the Kansas City Chiefs not winning it all.
Uncle Brian,
See, he
see,
was
he
gone
had to
for a
rub that
couple
in.
weeks.
I wasn't gonna
No,
say
Uncle
nothing.
Brian was turned up on me all football season. You know what I mean?
So,
I get in here try to say, what about them Cowboys? How about them
He said
Cowboys?
trash.
He back trash. Lord. So now y'all showed up as trash in the Super Bowl on the biggest stage. They're not like us. That's how I feel. No, anyway, I ain't gonna do that, Uncle Brian. I love you, man. Welcome to the show. And don't you click off either.
That was
We
a
got
terrible performance, wasn't it?
It sure was. Miss Ernestine Broom,
Hey, Miss Broom.
that is royalty.
Yes.
We love you, miss you. AJ Johnson is on. Mr. Energizer, it's his birthday
It's
today.
your birthday. Happy birthday.
Big Brother Jill is on
Hey,
from
hey,
the
what's
ATL.
happening,
He
Gary?
said Mary Fields. Is that one of the answers
That
on here?
is
That's
B.
B.
That's B.
So, Gary. All right.
Man, Big
I
Brother
got it.
Drill,
I got
should have
you.
said that sooner, but I already found somebody to ride with, Drill. So, you an ace, I'd have went with you. Can I switch my answer?
Did we?
Lean with it, rock with it. Don't worry about it. We're going to keep it right there. Hey, y'all, we're going to take a quick break, if that's all right with our producer and our DJ. And when we come back,
Uncle Brian said, and the Cowboys still suck.
we got a special guest. We're going to see what's going to happen between Kansas City and the Cowboys. Because the way y'all looked, y'all don't have it. Nah, I ain't going to say that because I like them. I ain't hating like that. I ain't starting that. It's
Don't
not even,
start it.
it's NBA season.
It's NBA season.
So I ain't even going to mess with the
Let it
NFL.
go.
Let that rest right now. But we got a special guest coming up next. Y'all do not want to miss her.
Yes.
And what she has coming up, y'all stay locked in. It's KBOB 89.9 FM. News you can use. Charles and Damali. We'll be right back, y'all.
The 36th Street North Event Center is proud to kick off another great season of social gatherings with family and friends. And no matter what the size of your next event, the 36th Street North Event Center has you covered. From event decor to live DJs, even catering, and a world-class sound and lighting system, 36th Street North has your event covered. We offer a state-of-the-art event booking and planning process from start to finish. And whether you're hosting 100 or 1,000, 36th Street North Event Center is the premier event center of North Tulsa, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. Share the experience at 36th Street North Event Center and see why we are the #1 choice for upscale events. From weddings to birthdays, corporate functions, holiday parties, and so much more. Visit us today at 36theventcenter.com or call and reserve your spot at 918-200-9046.
Are you or someone you know just as involved? Are you or someone you know in need of support services? Don't worry, Fitting Back In got you covered. We offer life skill workshops, career development, job search, substance abuse counseling, and more. We are located at 2121 North Harvard Avenue, Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74115. Give us a call at 918-592-3500. Follow us at Fitting Back In Tulsa. Also, visit us on our website for services at www.fittingbackin.com. fittingbackininc.org. Our services are available only in Tulsa County.
Theater North presents Trouble in Mind, the hit stage play by Alice Children and directed by Frank Gallagher, on a set where black actors rehearse under a white director and racial politics collide during a major Broadway production. Trouble in Mind illuminates the inner life of the true struggle of being a black actress. Critics say it's surprisingly funny, yet a deeply piercing look at the entertainment industry. Trouble in Mind features a star-studded cast you don't want to miss. Friday and Saturday, February 15th and 16th, and February 22nd and 23rd at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center, Liddy Dungeons Theater. For tickets, visit TulsaPAC.com or call 918-596-7111. Oh, yes, it's bingo night. Bingo. And the money right. Bingo. It's bingo night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Every first and third Thursday, starting February 4th, it's bingo night at 36th Street North Event Center. Bingo night. Bingo nights at 36th Street North Event Center every first and third Tuesday, with lots of cash and prizes to be given away. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and sessions start at 7 and 8 p.m. Game packs starting at only $25, and you could win big. 36th Street North Event Center, 1125 East 36th Street North. Bingo nights. So grab your auntie and uncles and enjoy bingo nights at the 36th Street North Event Center. Concessions and refreshments will be available, and bingo nights at 36th Street North can be enjoyed in a smoke-free environment. Bingo night every first and third Tuesday, starting February 4th at 36th Street North Event Center. For more information, call 918-200-9046. Bingo nights is presented by the 36th Street North Event Center and NYCU.FM. Cash and prizes are based on minimum attendance requirements.
You can use Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back. You know what? I just remember during the break that we did do something. We went to go see Trouble in Mind.
Shout out to Miss Maybelle Wallace.
Miss Maybelle, thank you so much for that amazing play. It was awesome. We had a really good time. And my mother and my daughter, my youngest daughter, they had date night and they went to go see it on Sunday.
Man, that was good. You know, nice? One thing I forgot to do.
What?
Smuggling in snacks.
I know, right?
Man. You know, and the worst thing, you get into something and people that everybody knows, you don't want to ask.
Yeah.
People pulling out little muffins and M&Ms.
All kinds of stuff. You be like, hey, can I get one of them M&Ms?
And all that. I'm like, hey, come on, them, please. I'm making starving. You know, they're going to get you some water.
Right.
But anyway, the play was phenomenal.
It was. Shout
out to Theater North. Shout out to everybody who was in the play.
Sansa Ray did an amazing job.
Sansa Ray is a home run.
She's like the only person that I actually knew in the play.
Right.
But everybody did a great job, but I can call her by name because I know her.
That you know her.
So, yeah.
But it was really good. I like the diversity. I like the message.
Absolutely.
You know, so did we post? We didn't post the pictures. I post them. I didn't know if I was in there taking pictures. I think they said no pictures. I ain't even supposed to.
Like he follows the rules.
I just, I forgot. My bad. I tell you. But we did do that this weekend, so it was good. So shout out to her. Hey, we got a special guest live in studio. She did not send a representative, none of that. She said, I'm coming myself. Who we got?
Yes. So we have the doctor.
Hey.
The doctor's in here. Dr. Tamika Rogers. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Fantastic. It's always good to see you.
Yes, it's great to see y'all. Y'all got a whole vibe going in here. I've been laughing the whole time in here. I'm thinking, is my mic on? Because I do not want to start laughing.
Take my laugh.
Talking about his high school girlfriend or whoever. He just tied it all in.
Exactly.
I just pull that all in together.
Yeah. So before we get started, though, we had a request that they want us to reread the Black History Trivia question. Because
let's do that one time. We're
gonna do that real quick. We got Tamika's answer. So, all right, you ready? Who was the first African American female star route mail carrier in the United States?
We're doing a giveaway.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna talk about that.
Up.
Okay, you want
we got to say it on the front end.
Okay, let's say it on the
front end. You can't re-answer now. You're already in there.
Okay.
But no, we're gonna have to say that on the back end.
Okay, let's say it on the back end.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna rewind that. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and do the question again. Okay. So who was the first African American female star route mail carrier in the United States? Was it A, Sarah Black, B, Mary Fields, C, Medora Walker, or D, Jenny Lewis? So far we have Gary, JB, and Uncle Brian said B. Tamika and Charles said C. And who else?
Big Brother Drill.
Hey, Megan, how are you?
Tune in from the ATL. He said B.
B.
Uncle Brian said B.
Yep.
Of course.
Uncle Brian.
Man, we got a lot of people. We got a lot of secret listeners in here today. I don't know what's going on. Special guests.
All right, AJ, where's your answer?
But
we repeated the question for you.
There's a lot of people in
Give
here.
us your answer.
Megan, welcome to the show.
Yes.
She was hanging out at the Capitol yesterday.
Yes.
And she just put stars and
Yes.
fire and everything. That's what I
Okay, AJ
understand.
says C with you. He going
Oh,
with
he
you,
rolling
Charles.
with us.
The birthday boy's going with you.
He rolling with us.
The answer is
Okay.
B, AJ.
Ah!
The answer is B.
You're going to see at the
He said
end
roll with
of the
him.
show.
Okay.
Dr. Tamika Rogers, welcome to the show. Hey, let's kick
Thank
it
y'all
off
for
by.
having me.
Yes.
Hey, you are very welcome. Hey, we went to the ATL together.
Yes.
Yes.
You know,
Had
that
a
was a
blast.
hookup.
Good time.
I knew then. See, I knew it was a level to you already because I had seen you around, seen you doing some things.
Yep.
But once we hit the ATL, you know, wasn't it a lot of people there? You was like, man, you're the real deal.
Right.
Yeah.
I love the collaboration.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just the whole thing where
Yeah.
you get fired up.
Yeah. It was just
Right.
like a whole vibe because
Yeah, it was a
everybody's
vibe.
doing a lot of things,
It
you
was a
know, that are
vibe.
positive.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
So,
re-
I like
Energized.
positive energy.
that part.
And one thing I can say is when we hit back in Tulsa, everybody been running.
Right.
Think about the whole team that went. It's like everybody came back like, let's do this thing.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
You know, doing things with a purpose.
it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Tamika, we got a lot of people on local, national, and international.
Hey,
Tell
y'all.
people a little bit about yourself.
Hey, y'all. I am Dr. Tamika Rogers. I'm a history maker and barrier breaker.
Okay.
I'm best-selling author,
Yes.
filmmaker, educator, and director and CEO of Inspire Expressions Media and Inspire Foundation, which is my nonprofit.
That's awesome.
You got to tell us a little bit about that now.
Yeah.
That was too much
Yeah.
going on just to
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about what goes on detail-wise in your nonprofit.
Well, you know, with my nonprofit, I'm focusing on our youth
Yeah.
and be able to tell our stories authentically,
Mhm.
you know, by us, for us, because what happens is if we don't tell our own story, somebody else is going to tell it and
You
create
better
it.
say that.
Right.
Right.
Right. Right.
So instead of people doing stuff to us, they say they're doing stuff for us, but
Right.
it actually comes to us.
right.
Right.
Right. Right.
And I want to change that whole narrative.
Mhm.
And I want to start with our youth
Mhm.
because our youth is where the voice is, right?
Right.
And they can make an impact.
Yeah.
And I want to tell them the importance of not just filming,
Right.
but to be able to and how it affects you. I have several camps. So I have Inspire, Keeping It Real, Truth to Screen film camp, and that's the documentary side. And then I have the Keeping It Real, Script to Screen film camp, which
Mhm.
that's where they do the narrative and come up with their own storyline and things like that.
Yeah.
But what they're learning is it's so much more than just filmmaking.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Right?
Yeah.
How can I impact my community? How can I make a positive mark
Right.
on my community?
Yeah.
And what is it really about? What story are we really telling? Right. For instance, we're doing East Central's Breaking Barriers, East Central's big win on flag football. That's our documentary that we're doing now with the kiddos. But they're learning it's so much more than the sports.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mhm.
Right.
You know,
There you
you
go.
got your resilience in there. And what
Right.
does it take to do this?
Right.
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 And what barriers are we overcoming?
Yep.
Right. And what life skills can you get through this?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So they're learning a whole different thing. And one thing that we need to learn from coming up as a little kid is how to support each other,
that part.
because we don't have that. I mean, as adults, we can see, right?
Mhm.
We're having a problem with supporting each other.
that part.
And that's what I'm trying to build into the kids and the film camps and our nonprofit is how do we bring each other up and be successful together
Mhm.
as a community? Because if we want to get back to the spirit of Black Wall Street
Mm-hmm.
and what it
Come
truly
on.
She preaching now.
represents,
Y'all
right?
listening?
We need to be able to get together
That's
and
right.
work together
That's
and
right.
support each other.
That's right.
And that's where I need to be. That's where we need to be as a community. Because if we're not, how are we going to grow?
That's right.
Absolutely.
She
Let me
preaching.
ask you this.
See?
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this. Film right now is a huge thing.
Mhm.
It is, and I'm loving it.
Now, how did you get the scoop early? Because it's like you in position already.
you've
Some
been-
people just not figuring it out, but has film just been in your blood? What put you in
Now,
this
let me
space?
tell y'all, I've always wanted to be an actress. You know,
Okay.
I don't know if y'all know anything about this, but back in the day, how we would put T-shirts and stuff on our hair.
Yeah.
Talking about,
Yeah.
look at our
Look at our-
long
yeah.
legs, do all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. We used to. I didn't come from a lot of money, so me and my cousins, we used to always perform for our aunties and stuff.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
go do this, go do it. We
Yeah.
come out, do it. Loved it.
Yeah.
And I always used to write. Now I stopped writing
Mhm.
when somebody looked at my diary and then corrected it. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
my auntie did that. When
Oh,
they
no.
corrected, why was you seen it had the lock on it?
Right.
You done pick the lock, right?
Be your own people.
all
Right.
in your
Be
business.
your
Exactly.
own people.
So, from that point on, but then life comes on,
Yeah.
and you got family, you got kids, and they tell you can't make money doing that.
Right.
And so you defer and you go to school and you go to school, and hence the Dr. Rogers part.
Right.
But I still haven't been able to do what I wanted to do.
Right.
So I started with my son and I started taking him being extras in commercials and doing all that kind of stuff. But I stay ready.
Right,
So when I go
okay.
take him to stuff, y'all, I'm ready.
Like I'm ready.
There you go.
Right? And they kept putting me in the commercials.
And he's like,
Stay
what?
ready.
Right?
That's my
Yeah, they
motto.
could-
Stay
yeah.
ready so you
And
have to
Mr.
get
Keith
ready.
Ross said, I would like to come to your job and take your jobs. I said, look,
Hey.
I wish you could.
Okay.
But the
Yeah.
whole point is I stayed ready and I seen it coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in those different circles.
Right.
And then I was an extra in For the Love of Money
Mm-hmm.
with Issa Rae and, Melvin Childs. He
Right.
produced that.
Right.
Cat Williams,
Yes.
DC Fly and all that.
Right.
Now, my part got cut.
Ah.
And so I found him on social media. I didn't know him. I found him on social media and said,
Like,
what's
hey.
up?
What-
Yeah, what's
what's
up?
up? When
What's
we say what's up,
Yeah.
it means
Right.
a lot.
So he's like, yeah, I meet with you, blah, blah, blah. We met. And he says to me, I would cut my mama's part out if it didn't go with the film.
It gotta go with the
It gotta
flow.
match.
It gotta go
It
with the
gotta
film.
go with the flow.
And just
Yeah.
meeting him and knowing
Yeah.
where he's from and where he came from. I believe he went to Millwood School in Oklahoma City. But just to be around that
Yeah.
and just say, we could do this.
Uh-huh.
This is
Yeah.
greatness.
Yeah.
Like just to be an extra in the movie. Let me tell you, the whole vibe was amazing.
Yeah.
To be on the set
Right.
there.
Right.
It was just amazing. And I was like, you know what? Our kids don't have this opportunity. Me and Mr. Keith Ross, my 13-year-old son,
Right.
we go to acting classes, we do all this kind of stuff, but we're the only ones in there that looks like us.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because it's not accessible.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
and
some
I
of the
think-
classes is like $300-$400.
Right.
And
Ooh.
then transportation, getting there and back. And
That's a
so I
barrier.
said, we need to
Yeah.
offer that to our community because
Yeah.
we got some creative people in our community that would love to
Absolutely.
have
That-
that opportunity.
Mhm.
And so I created it for them.
That
I love
see,
it.
and that's amazing, and I think that's what needs to happen is we need to identify a problem or identify a deficiency in our community, and then come up with a solution.
Right.
So that's what you've done is just created a solution
Right.
for our kids. And then the other thing that I picked up is you invested in yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
See, a lot of times we have a craft, but we don't invest in ourselves, so we're not ready.
But we go to work every day and work for other people.
That part.
Right.
Mm,
So we're
every-
going to spend 8 hours giving
That
them
part.
all that.
That part.
Living their dream. And we're not going to live our
Yes.
dream.
I think
Yeah.
we've all done that for a little bit.
Yes.
Right.
You know-
Right. I refuse.
Mhm.
When I got to wake up, it was 2020 when I got to wake up because we
Uh-oh.
was in the house and this, that, and the other.
And you're
Girl,
like,
what
am
are
I
you doing for you? What is your legacy? You going to go work for this
Woo,
company
not the L word.
every day?
Mhm.
What
And here's
is
the
your
ticket.
legacy?
And here's another thing that I think is important too: is you give them your best time of day.
Yes.
You know, early in the morning, you
Yeah.
thinking you going, so
On
they
all
zap all of
cylinders.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then you try to get your dream on the back end at
Mhm.
6, have a
When you
meeting, everybody
tired.
sleep,
Mhm.
everybody tired because you're not as creative, so
Yeah.
they get the best that you got.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Actually,
don't
not,
get
not
the
no
best
more.
that I
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
You kept-
No, sir. And I love what I do because I create
Mhm.
access for people who
Mhm.
don't have the
Yes.
opportunity,
Yeah,
right? Or
right.
don't even know. Sometimes we don't even know what we don't know,
That part.
right?
Mhm.
So I love what I do, but I make it a point. The first thing in the morning when I get up early before I get my exercise on, before I get my prayer in,
There you
and then
go.
I start on Tamika.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first
Okay.
thing. I
Right.
start on Tamika. Everybody still sleep. I'm on Tamika,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Because you got to be able to fill your cup
That's right.
before you
Come on.
fill
That's
anybody
right.
else's cup.
You better say it.
Damali, you
And
know
nobody's
what?
gonna help you do your dream but you.
Yeah.
I knew Tamika was real. I'm gonna tell you what happened is she see I was in there. I was out there in the little lobby area when she came in.
Yeah.
When she opened the door, she just left her boot up in the air. I'm like, what boot? It was all shiny with some diamonds on it. And I'm like, who is that? And she said, it's a little warm in here. Turn that temperature down. I turned it down. Then the boot came in, the other boot. Then she came on in. Then the hair with the sweater. I
Right.
said, okay, it's a whole vibe
A
today.
whole vibe
so
to
when
that.
y'all get to meet her, just know you meeting somebody with a vibe and
Right.
the energy is all there.
Yeah.
Just like that. But you got a huge event coming up.
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
huge
We're
event.
excited about this.
Listen, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm just like, we're bringing it back. We're
Mhm.
bringing some happiness, some
Yeah.
fun,
Yes.
some good old entertainment.
Yes.
Old school. Y'all watch Harlem Nights before?
Oh my God,
Like,
that's top of
how
my
many
list.
times?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yes.
Do y'all know about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, y'all
Harlem
looking at
Nights.
me like,
Like,
yeah, we
yeah.
know
What are you
about
talking
Harlem
about? We
Nights.
ready
Dude,
for
I'm
the
gonna get that
smoke.
almost. And look, I'm coming shoot somebody pinky tomorrow.
Right.
If they get to play me, I'm gonna be sugar. Who you gonna?
And why
Y'all
do
let me
they
stop.
call her Sunshine?
Yes.
You know you're watching it now.
That's one of the trivia
Okay,
questions.
yes,
Okay, y'all. That's one of the
yes.
trivia
That's one of the
questions.
trivia
Why do
questions.
they call her Sunshine?
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna give y'all no more
Yeah.
trivia
Yeah,
questions,
yeah.
but that's one of them.
one
Yeah,
of them.
yeah. And
I
don't
love
touch
it.
that phone either.
Yeah,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
Right.
You ain't calling nobody.
Why he ain't coming home?
Right. Exactly. Never, ever, never, ever, never.
Right. So Harlem Nights. So that's big. Anytime I hear Harlem Nights, that's going back.
Yes.
That's classic.
Red Fox.
To me, when I think
Yeah.
Harlem Nights, I think Black Wall Street.
Yes.
Me too.
That's what
so
I think
that's
Yes.
about.
the
The
whole
Renaissance.
That's
Yeah.
the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
That period was in 1930s.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
1930s,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
We done rebuild everything. It's bustling and hustling here.
Right,
Right? You know, and when you think of those times, is we had very little,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
But we made it work.
You couldn't
We
tell.
didn't have all the rights and all the
Right.
things that we have today.
Right.
But listen, we still got out there and we celebrated
Yep.
and we had a good time and we put on our best,
Mhm.
right?
We were
Right.
always
We was
dressed.
always on point,
Always.
right?
Mhm.
And that's what I'm trying to get to on Harlem Nights Day.
Yeah. I'm
Right,
telling you who
the last day of Black History Month,
Man.
Mhm.
right? But we're gonna celebrate all 365 days.
You better say it.
right?
Mhm.
But this is the last day of the month, and we are gonna go out with a bang.
Yes.
I love it. Damali,
Yes.
I love it. And I'm
Yes.
feeling it.
So what is this? So you're a part of the Black Film Council.
Yes, ma'am.
Explain what that is.
So what we do is we work with Circle Cinema,
Okay.
and what we do is we try to get our stories out authentically.
Yeah.
And try to provide activities and just different things for us to do together concerning cinema, arts, you know, just all those things that compass that we typically don't have a space for.
Right.
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 And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to create a space for that where we could
Mhm.
have our stories told impactfully
Yes.
and be able to share with the community and collaborate and
I
things
love
like
it.
that. Give a space also for our local filmmakers and
Yeah.
things like that. You know, so we'll be working on activities and just different things to do monthly. So not
Okay.
just for Black History Month,
Yeah.
but monthly.
So make sure you let us know that because we would like
Right.
to share that
Yes.
information so that, you know, our kiddos and people in our community will be able to come out and support those things
Yes.
because that's a big deal. So on Friday,
Yes.
This
Harlem
Friday.
Nights,
This Friday.
there is a costume contest.
Not a costume contest.
What is it?
But we want everybody to come
dress in
dressed
Okay.
in your 1930s, 1920s
Okay.
wear, right?
Yes.
Fishnets, all that. I need y'all to come
Fishnets.
dressed,
What?
right?
Right.
And then what we're having is starting at 6:30 is Harlem Nights trivia.
Okay.
I love that.
Yes.
So everybody's like people 6 on a team,
Mhm.
no more than 6 on a team.
Mhm.
We're going to be asking questions. They're going to get a big gift bag from Circle Cinema
That's
that
awesome.
has Circle Cinema membership in it, which
Uh-huh.
that means you're going to the movie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all of that things is going to be great.
Yes.
Oh, and then we're going to have Harlem Nights themed cocktails.
See, that's
Oh.
what I saw.
Oh, they didn't
The
forget.
cocktails.
Right.
Yeah.
Refreshments and all that
Yes.
kind of free refreshments and like a charcuterie board and
Right.
all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna have a good time.
And
And, of
then
course, the movie.
The movie starts at 7:30.
Yes, ma'am.
So the costume part and all of the fun stuff, the trivia and all that is at
Yes.
6.
6. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Red carpet ready. Lights, camera,
Okay.
action.
Yes.
O'Malley's gonna be there bringing
O'Malley
the
O'Malley B is
sax.
coming?
Oh,
Oh, the
yeah.
sax is
He's
coming.
gonna be on the
Yes.
sax.
Let me go to the live for a quick second because people throwing hearts all over the place. So,
Yes.
the Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce
Hey,
is on.
what's happening, y'all?
Welcome to the show. Howard Jones is on.
Hey, Howard.
Michael Brewer Sr. is in the building.
Hey,
He said
Michael.
his answer is C. It's a lot
I
of
got
C's
Howard
hanging out.
and the chamber. I got theirs too.
You got them. Lori Campbell.
Hey,
Our
cousin.
cousin is in here. And
Yeah.
Nico Shepherd Cook is in the building.
Hey,
I see
Nico.
the hearts
How
going
are
up.
you?
Hey, y'all check this out. Y'all finna go up one more level.
Yeah.
y'all get a chance to win a set of tickets.
Okay, y'all.
You know, Tamika, you want to tell them how they can win the tickets, or do you want me to tell them?
I want you to tell.
I want me to tell them.
He's
Damali,
so-
you want to tell them, or
he's
you
so
want me to
excited.
tell them?
No, we want you to
I'm
tell 'em, 'cause
excited to
this
tell
is gonna
y'all.
be interesting.
See,
Okay,
this is
go
why you
ahead.
got to know your history.
Yeah.
This is why you got to know your Black history. So whoever got the Black history trivia question correct first is going to win a pair of tickets to this great event on Friday. And I hope it's me. I went with your answer. So if I lose, we got something to talk about. You went first. She put it up to the sign and everything. I know it's C-Walk or C. I had to figure that part out.
Right.
But anyway, where can people get tickets? How much are they? What is anything else you want to know?
Okay, so tickets can be, you can get them at circlecinema.org, or you can get them directly at the box office.
Okay.
I believe the tickets are $15 a piece.
Right.
If you want to be a part of the trivia competition, that's $5.
Okay. So
$5?
that's very reasonable.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, and all of the money goes to help out our council, our Black Film Council at Circle Cinema.
Awesome.
Awesome. Giving back.
Awesome.
Always giving back. And giving some
Yes.
tickets to two people. That's going to be able to go.
people.
Two people going to be able to go. So before we let you go, you do a lot on social media, and I'll follow you. So how can these people follow you to keep up with you, to keep up what you got coming up next and all that good stuff?
Okay, on Facebook is Tamika Rogers, TAMECCA,
Right.
Rogers without a D. And then on LinkedIn and Instagram is DR Tamika, TAMECCA, Rogers, ROGERS.
Awesome.
I'm going to tell you, follow Tamika. If you want to see some good stuff, if
Yes.
you want to see some next level stuff, if you want to see excellence, Black excellence on full display, follow what Tamika does. I'll tell you that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
sis.
Thank
Stop
y'all. I
it,
need
bye.
to see who the winner is and what the answer
You gonna
is.
stay? You gonna stay? You gonna hang out
You
for the
can
rest
hang.
of
You
the
wanna
show?
Oh,
hang
yeah,
out?
y'all
Okay.
fun.
Okay, she
Okay.
said y'all
She
fun.
gonna hang out. Oh, we doing good now. She said
Then.
she had 4 more meetings. She just
Right.
canceled them and
All
said,
of them.
I'm hanging out with my cousins. We're going to take a break. Coming up next, man, Damali took a trip to the Capitol for Black History Day, and it went down. You don't want to miss those details. They're coming up next right here on KBOB 89.9 FM. World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali. We'll be right
Looking
back.
to take your event to the next level with professionalism and energy? Contact World One Development. We host events, have radio personalities, offer community engagement and videography. We also do live radio remotes, red carpet appearances, create promos, event recaps, drops, and flyers. We also create customized advertising packets to promote your business, organization, or program. Visit our website at world1development.com. You can also reach us on social media at World One Development.
The Juice Radio Show and KBOB 89.9 would like to say thank you to all of our listeners and sponsors who donate to help keep our media program alive. Reaching the community, the Juice Radio Network continues to expand as influencers in the community of North Tulsa and beyond, but can't do that without your help. That's why it's important that we as a community continue to support the Juice Radio Show and keep 89.9 on the air. The community not only deserves this service, but needs this service. Let's continue to support the mission and giving a voice to the voiceless and donate to the Juice Radio Show. The Juice Radio Show is a nonprofit 501c3 powered by KBOB 89.9 and Eden Media Services, operating solely off the gifts, donations, and contributions made by listeners like yourself. All donations made to the Juice Radio Show are tax deductible and can be sent to 1216 North Lansing Avenue, Suite D, Tulsa, Oklahoma 74106.
It's Tulsa, Tulsa. I see you here in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa chillin'.
We appreciate your continued support and thanks for listening to KBOB 89.9 FM.
KBOB 89.9 FM World One Development News you can use. Charles and Damali, and we are back.
We are back. So I hope you guys get an opportunity to go over and visit Circle Cinema to be a part of that whole vibe.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And we're going to talk about there's something else that's happening on that day. So this is another reason why you should go over and visit Circle Cinema. But in any event, we got the opportunity on yesterday to go to the Capitol. It actually was Black History Day at the Capitol.
Yes.
And we were so excited. So neither one of us had ever been. And so we really didn't know what to expect. I mean, we walk up in there and we're like, okay, there's a lot of cars out here, but we don't know what's going on. Oh my God, they had bands in there. They had dancers in there. They had, just anything you can think of, little people in there performing. It was just absolutely amazing. What I would like to say and give a huge shout out to Representative Lowe.
Oh yeah.
Jason Lowe, he actually was one of the creators, and they kind of put this together, the Oklahoma Black Caucus. And so they put this together and they did a phenomenal job. Our very own mayor, Monroe Nichols, was actually one of the keynote speakers.
He was the keynote, yeah.
And he did a phenomenal job tying in Black Wall Street and Greenwood to Oklahoma being, initially supposed to be an all-Black town or all-Black state, I'm sorry. And then, tying into the fact that we have the most Black towns out of any other state. So he did a good job of bringing the history of the past into the present, letting the kids know and sharing with them the possibilities for the future. So I thought he did a phenomenal job. What about you?
Oh, yeah, he did an amazing job. But you got to tell him about what you did when you seen Millwood Band. We had got there. We supposed to be packing up all our stuff together, and they was practicing. This girl done ran over in the middle of the band. I'm like, this is not Booker T back in class of 86.
Listen, y'all know that I'm a
let me tell y'all something.
Chaperone.
When this one see a band, she is gone.
It's
y'all
over
think
with.
I'm playing? If she hear that bomb,
yeah, that's all you got. That's all. Just
boom,
it.
boom, boom, boom. She just started boom, boom, boom. But anyway,
I forgot. I lost.
She heard seriously to me because she was gone.
Gone.
Yeah, it was me, my daughter. We had to start grabbing stuff. She over there with the band doing that piece.
You said, where is she at?
Yeah,
where is she
with
at?
the band.
Let me ask y'all this before we go. I'm gonna ask you and JB, our producer, have y'all been to the Capitol? And if you have, how has that been? How has that experience been at the Capitol?
I've been to the Capitol a few times, especially when I was a teacher.
Okay.
With Business Professions of America.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had, students that I took to the Capitol. It was a different experience. When we came, it wasn't all of what y'all talking about, but my students actually watched our lawmakers sleep.
Oh,
wait a minute. Wait a minute. They do be sleep. When I watch it on TV.
What? Sleep?
They be sleep on TV.
Floor.
On the house floor.
We looking at, and we up in the thing. They sleep and on their phones and doing all this kind of stuff. And so, that's what my kids got to experience.
Well,
I wanted to go down there and say, wake up.
I know. That's a bad example.
Yeah.
We tell our kids don't have your phones in class and you're supposed to be paying attention and they sleep. Come on, y'all. Okay, well, when was that? A few years?
Well, that was probably when I first started teaching, and I started teaching in 2004. So that was a while ago.
Okay, so we got a new lawmaker since then. Okay,
they
doing.
They was turned up yesterday.
They was
might have been doing it for us. They still look. They still look
sleepy.
They was working yesterday.
I'm glad
they were working yesterday.
We need them to work.
Yeah,
so I'm glad they was working.
Yeah, they did a phenomenal job. JB, what about you? Have you been to the Capitol?
Yeah, I've been about 32 times. I mean, I visit all the time. I got a couple of friends over there, to be honest with you. It's just an ultimate experience just to be able to go hang out whenever I want to.
Yeah. You know what? I will say that we had a phenomenal time because we got to go behind the scenes.
Yes.
And so, fortunately for us, we actually know State Representative AJ Pittman. Over there. We know her mom, Anastasia Pittman. We, met them a long time ago on some other stuff. And so we just kind of became family. And it's so funny how people still remember you.
Yes.
Because when we went in there and we started talking to Representative Pittman, she started saying, yeah, I know Charles and Damali from the time we was eating ribs and hot links. And I'm like, girl, I forgot all about that.
I just knew it was true because we always eating.
True. Yeah.
I'm like, if she said we was eating, Tamika, I know she was right. I know she was right.
I know them too. We worked together to try to pass the Crown Act.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah. Yeah.
How was that process?
Both her and her mom.
Yeah.
It was a process.
Yeah.
It was a process.
I love that she put it on the floor. It didn't make it out of the it didn't make it anywhere.
So it's from the House to the Senate.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like dead on arrival, but we're in Oklahoma. But
but
I'm glad that She did that.
Yeah.
And also, I work with our Mayor Monroe for that as well, because he put it on the floor as well. So
Right.
she put it on the floor for as work,
Right.
and he put it on the floor as far as school, to add it to the bill.
Okay.
To add it to a bill in existence. But it didn't leave the floor. But it's just the fact that you can call them and talk to them, and then that they'll put some action for it.
So that was
That's
what I wanted
love.
to say about our whole experience.
Yeah.
So we had the opportunity to actually do an interview. So you guys stay tuned, because there's going to be a recap coming. So we actually interviewed
JB put the camera on you, 'cause
Senator Nikki Nice. And
Man,
then
that's a
we got
tough sister
to
right there.
interview Representative AJ Pittman. And then, of course, Mayor Monroe Nichols, we interviewed him as well. But one of the things that really stuck with me with both the senator and representative is that this house, the Capitol, is our house.
Yes.
Right.
We need to come and we need to participate
Right there.
in what is going on, and we need to hold our elected officials accountable.
That's right.
She was like, pick up the phone and call me.
She gave her phone number, her address,
Listen,
and everything.
It's not a game.
How I be calling them? I do.
Yeah.
I do, because, they're voted in, and they're voted in to work for the people.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And if we don't hold them accountable, who will?
Right.
And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on, right?
Exactly.
I don't care if you the donkey or the elephant.
Right.
Either
right.
way it go.
You're supposed to work for all of us.
Exactly.
That's what you elected for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So how are they going to do that if we don't hold them accountable? And sometimes they just don't know what they don't know.
That's part.
So
that's
maybe
true.
we could give them the benefit of the doubt,
Mhm.
and it's our responsibility to educate and inform.
Let's do this, Tamika. I'm so happy that you are here today as a guest for many different reasons. But like you said, your program or whatever you had made it to the floor.
Mhm.
So does that mean you draw up a program and then you take it to them and y'all go back and forth and they take it to the floor to try to put it into law? How does that?
Well, how it worked with what I was doing is I was just contacting them and emailing them
Mhm.
and showing up.
Right.
Right,
Mhm.
showing up to
Can't fake showing up.
offices,
Mhm.
showing up, knocking on doors, and things like that.
Right.
And with Mayor Monroe, it was really easy. We met at a coffee shop. I told him what I wanted and why and things like that, and he was like, "Okay."
Mhm.
And bam, he did it.
Yeah.
And they said that it was, and I believe AJ Pittman, they were already working on it before.
Okay. Got
Right?
it. Yeah.
And so what was easier to add it to a bill that already
Mhm.
exists
Mhm.
instead of making your own legislation and things
Right.
like that.
Right.
And so that's what they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was just a matter of asking and some people, they only have like I don't know the amount, but they only have a limited number of bills that they could put on the floor.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's got to be in line with what they want, because really that's what it is. So that's why it's important that you take very serious our state elections
Yes.
and our
Right.
local elections.
Yep.
Right?
Mhm.
Because they have their agenda as well.
Exactly.
If your agenda doesn't line with their agenda,
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
then you're not going to get anywhere.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody lines up for the presidential elections. and things
Exactly.
like
Federal,
that,
yeah.
man. Where it makes a difference is right here in your state, in
Mhm.
your city,
Your
your local
Mhm.
elections.
Yeah.
That's what makes a difference in building a relationship with those people who can help pass laws.
And you just said something right there, building the relationship.
And
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
what
Yeah.
yesterday was all about. So
Yeah.
it was a lot of kids, a
Mhm.
lot of different high schools,
Mhm.
young kids, and it was packed to the max.
Yes.
The music was going.
Love it.
A lot of the different presenters all
Yeah.
got up. It was excellent for us.
Yeah.
But it was about what you just said. And that's
Mhm.
why I wanted you to elaborate, because what you're saying is what the day yesterday was all about.
Yeah.
Building
Is
the
they saying y'all need to
relationships.
get down here, come talk to us. This is this.
Right.
Because I must admit, if you don't deal in that space, we can say it can be intimidating.
Yes.
Because
very
you
much
can
so.
think you at the White House.
Yeah.
If you ain't never been to no type of building like that, you haven't been in a bunch of people with suits on and
Mhm.
ties and
But how I look at it is we hired y'all. Y'all work for us.
come on.
That part.
Come on.
That's
part.
There
that's
you
how
go.
I look at it.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
I deserve
Right.
to be here.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Right? We elected y'all to do a job
Mhm.
for us. And so, and I think it's good to just build those relationships and not just come when you want something.
That's right.
Oh,
That-
man,
yes.
there you
So
go.
that's why I think
Not
that
with your hand
like
out.
the
Yeah.
Black History Day is
Mhm.
very, very important. Show
Mhm.
up at your Capitol. Say hi. How
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
We here.
Knock
yeah.
on the doors.
Exactly.
You cool? You need
Yeah.
anything from me?
Right. Exactly.
Right?
How can I
How
help?
can I help you?
Yeah.
We can work
That's what we was
together.
doing. That's
Right.
what we was
That's
doing
what I'm talking
yesterday.
about.
Let's do this. We got to shout out our local people from Tulsa
Man,
that was there because you
was
felt like I'm like, are
so
we at
many.
home?
Exactly.
Who you want to shout out to, Molly?
So this
Who
is
you-
the thing, though, and I want to say that I was very impressed with the Tulsa. Like a lot of times we try to pit Tulsa against Oklahoma City, and so that wasn't the case on yesterday.
Right.
Yesterday it was we came down the turnpike
It's together.
together, and we're working together for a common
I
goal.
love it.
So Pastor Jamal Dyer nailed it.
He nailed it on the prayer. We done
Nailed
recorded.
it. He came in and he spoke to the kids, and and he kind of reminded me of Dr. Martin Luther King a
Yeah,
little bit.
he was
had
official.
That king,
Woo!
he
Yeah.
was not playing the game. And then did the prayer, and I think he did just a phenomenal job.
Right. And Regina, man,
Yeah.
Regina hit a long home run.
Yeah.
I am what?
Yes, I am somebody.
She made everybody
Yes.
say it. And what I loved about what she did is she said, if you are Indian, say,
Mhm.
I am somebody. If you white, say, I
Uh-huh.
am. If you she just really brought it all together
Yeah.
and said, don't take offense when black people say, I am somebody. Because
Yes.
I don't have nothing to do with you.
Yes.
We just saying we are somebody too.
Right.
And I just thought it was powerful, how she did that. And Ron Stewart, which is
Oh,
the person
man.
that said,
Yeah, Ron.
we went to Langston together.
Yeah.
We both in the Divine Nine. And Ron was like, Charles, you better. I said, man, say no more. I'll be down there. We going to pull
Say
up.
less.
So Ron Stewart was good to see him. He had a lot of energy going on. He's working.
Man,
Yes.
He
was
just got
working.
there,
Yes.
Ron.
He-
Shout
yeah.
out to Representative Ron. Let put some respect on that name, Stewart.
Yeah.
He's going to work with it. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And like you said, Damali already said it. Monroe, man, he's not just the best presenter.
Man.
Man, this
He
brother,
is.
what I like about them too, he don't even have to get in the zone to present. He be over here messing with you. Hey, what's going on, man? What's some?
And then turn it-
Monroe
And then just-
Nichols.
Yeah.
And it's just
that.
like,
Yeah.
and he
And
get
he-
up
I am he.
and hit a grand slam and come back, and you be like, man, good job. Yeah, but can we go eat some chicken? You're
Yeah.
like, man, so you right back to being
Just play too-
normal.
Yeah.
Let me
Yes.
tell you, the kids, I took my kids from our film camp because
Right.
they're doing a documentary.
Right.
And they interviewed Mayor Monroe yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell y'all, we were able to go into his office and
Yeah.
everything. I'm telling you, that's changing lives.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I mean? I took a group of girls, about six
Yeah.
of them or so.
Right.
Never met a mayor in
Man.
person before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So just the benefits of having the first Black mayor here in Tulsa.
Yes.
Can you imagine? I don't even know if it's ever happened where about 6 or 7 young girls went and visited the mayor's
Right,
office
right.
before he was elected.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
That type of stuff is powerful.
Well, and
It
that's what
means
I was
there-
saying on yesterday when we were in there sitting with Senator Nikki Nice,
Mhm.
and I asked her what did she think about, or how did she think the young girls that were there, because there were a lot of them. I mean, there were
Yes.
kids
Boy.
everywhere.
Yeah.
But what she thought they were thinking, being able to see a woman, a girl that's
Yes.
grown up and is now in this position holding this senator seat. And so what she said is that she hoped that she would be an inspiration.
Yes.
And I think that that's what it is you're inspired because when you are in community, you don't see people who look like you.
Right.
That are doing these types of things,
Right.
right? And so when you are in that space and you actually see people, you're like, wait a minute. You mean
Right.
I can actually do this?
Right.
You mean I can actually be a senator or a state representative or, at one point, Charles was even signing autographs for kids.
Look, I just stepped
Charles
into it, Tamika.
Yeah.
I just stepped in.
Wait a minute.
He's
Wait a
signing
minute.
autographs.
He's signing
The
autographs.
mother
'Cause the
said
kids were
the mother
like-
said they think you. I said
Did
I
he,
am.
Did he say he was a senator?
No,
Did
what
he
I
sign it?
said.
He
No.
said he is somebody.
I am somebody. The mother was like, all the kids was running up to me. I had their rulers. The mother was like, Charles. I'm like, I am
Somebody.
somebody.
Now,
Did you hear what the
leave me
senator
be.
say?
Leave me be.
There's a whole line of kids. They were so, and when I signed it, they was jumping. I said,
Yeah.
just feel it in the spirit.
And Jamal died, Pastor Jamal. But what so it's one of
can't
those
with y'all
things where the kids are like super excited,
mean,
to see, Black men in suits.
That's
with
what I'm
ties
talking about.
and and just dressed up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Looking official.
That's important.
Yeah, it's
and
important.
that's how I do like with my film class,
Yeah.
right? So when I did the film camp this summer, I made sure that we had several Black men mentors.
There you go.
Yes.
Right?
It makes
Because
a
our
difference.
kids need to see this. I
Yes.
don't care what they saying on TV. I don't
Exactly.
care what they telling them. We got black men out here that's doing an
That
amazing
part.
job and can mentor our kids.
That
and we
part.
need to see that.
Yes.
Let's do this. JB, you and Monroe, when he been on our show, met
Yeah.
Nichols a couple times. So what you think about him coming in and you meeting him face to face and the job he been doing?
I think he's
so
doing
far?
a great job. I think he's a really down to earth guy, and he's delivering on what he said he was going to do so far. He's
Yeah.
taking it step by step. Like he's pacing himself well. He's got another 4 years to go, 3.5 years
He
to go.
just getting started.
Yeah.
We should be all standing behind him and supporting him, not just because he's the first black mayor, because he's standing up. He seems to be standing up for what's right.
What
That's
JB
right.
said
That's
is
right.
what the officials were saying yesterday, what he just said.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like, he just getting started. He
Yeah.
said, but he going to have to get into the weeds
Mhm.
of some of this stuff in a minute. And what JB said is what they said, man, you got to really still be there
Yeah.
when you get into some of these other times.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
because
that
it's
was-
like, like now it's the lights, camera, action.
Right.
Kind of like we were in the Centennial. In the
Right.
Centennial, you got lights, camera, action. There's everybody in here. And then now, after the Centennial is over, then everybody
Man.
gone. So then who you got standing with you?
Right.
So we've got to be prepared to be able to stand with our mayor,
Right.
our 41st mayor,
Yes.
and, in his role and support him,
right.
when things get crazy.
Right.
Because the day is coming.
Right.
That it's
Trust
gonna
and
get-
believe it's coming.
And here's the thing is it's not just his job, right?
Right.
It's everybody's job in the
Yeah.
community.
Yeah.
Right. We need to all work together.
Yeah.
And help and support.
Yeah.
Right.
And that
That's
was the
what
common goal.
And when things might go astray or whatever, not to jump on a bandwagon.
Exactly. And
Right.
start putting them down
Right.
and all that.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
that happened.
Right.
things are good until you have to tell somebody no.
Right.
Right.
And as soon as you say
Tamika, you
no,
can be
say
doing
no.
good.
Right. The
Yeah, I
first
can give
time
you
you
this,
said,
yeah.
I know
And then
you
you-
did, like I never said yes before.
Exactly. That part. Yes.
The
Yes.
game
yes.
change. Come on, let's do this in our community, y'all.
Mhm.
It's okay when somebody say no. That just means not right now sometimes.
Yes.
That's exactly
Just
what it
remember,
is.
y'all, everybody can't always say yes to everything.
Mhm.
You never know. Like, people can look at you and they assume everything is just together. So
Exactly.
you always got this and you always got that, but you don't always have that.
Yeah.
So
And just because you have it don't mean you're supposed to give it.
Yes.
Right? It's got to align with your purpose and your values.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
let's go to the live, because a lot of people like Charles, you done forgot about us. Damali read a couple, then I
Okay.
grab a couple.
So, Uncle Brian said, did it pass? And Tamika's, no, it didn't
No,
pass. It didn't pass. Lori says, wow. Laura Roberts says, kids have great and tough questions. So glad they are getting exposure. Adults need to see children and vice versa. I agree with that.
Agree.
Mama said, you go, son. with
Hey,
the
I signed my
autograph.
autographs. I got
Yes.
about 15 of them out there.
I'm gonna get my autograph before I leave.
Before you
I'm gonna
leave?
get one from
No,
him before I
look,
leave.
shout out to my daughter. My daughter came up. She's always
She
a secret
did,
listener.
yes.
So she in Oklahoma City. She was taking some pictures, and my daughter's looking at me like this. You
Like-
know how you
Yeah,
I'm
she was
like, girl,
like, is
smile
daddy
with-
signing an autograph?
I said, you heard the people say I am somebody. What?
Hey, she looking like they want his
Yeah,
autograph.
like,
No,
what they
she-
doing?
No, she kind of had like, because your kids looking at you or something, but she kind of had this little sparkle in her eye, like,
Yeah.
Daddy,
my
that's
daddy.
what's up.
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I
So
love
for you
it.
daddies, be in your daughters and your sons' lives.
Exactly.
Yes, I love it.
Nico Shepherd says, Shepherd Cook says, I heard that, Brother Charles. I am somebody.
Hey,
Uncle Brian says, those poor kids.
get home. Look, Charles Harper from Tulsa signed. Well, let's Google him.
Right.
Two things. He over there at Edgerect. At least
Right.
that'll come up.
Exactly. Nico said, you're right, Sister Damali. It's coming.
It's coming.
Mayor's Day is coming. And Nico said, oh my God, you guys are right. Imparting some wisdom today.
Like
Thank
that.
you, Nico. That's what we try to do. That's what this show is all about. So
Right.
we want to just give you things to think about. So when you hear these things happening, yeah, it was a stretch for us to take off from our busy day to go to the Capitol. We had to drive up an hour and a half,
Man,
and
we went down
you
and
know,
came on back.
but we went down and we did it. And I'm telling you guys, it was so needed. Like Charles and I are now talking about, we need to go like either once a
Spend a
quarter
day.
or
Yeah.
and just spend a day at the
Mhm.
Capitol,
Mhm.
just
Just
going
hang out.
around talking to. And one of the other other things? I almost forgot. One of the other things that Senator Regina Goodwin told us is that we need to go around and talk to some of the other senators about DEI. Let them know that we what we think about DEI
Yes.
from our perspective
Yes.
as community members.
Right. So y'all know I was the former director of diversity, equity, and inclusion.
No.
Yeah.
See there? I told you
Did not
it's
know.
a lot of layers.
Yeah.
But now it's changed, and I am the director of. It's a long title again. Director of Student Access and Success.
Well, I like
because
that. Yeah.
My other name is illegal now because we can't say the bad word diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. What's wrong with diversity?
Well, and so
equity,
just what you're saying, that's what Senator Goodwin said.
Woo.
She asked the kids, what's wrong with equity? She first of all, she told them what equity meant.
Right.
And inclusion, diversity, what those words meant.
Yeah.
And then she said, so what's wrong with that?
Right.
And the kids are like, nothing,
I love kids.
Right.
That was going nothing. And sometimes that's what I think about is the state of our country sometimes, that those kids are sitting at home watching us.
Yes.
And I'm like, man, can we not be the generation that just changes that to give them the best example? Because everybody's everybody's friend. Yeah. They don't even have to talk about DEI. They don't have to talk about that because
don't even care anything about it.
And you notice if somebody's coming in with a wheelchair or whatever, the students run and go and help
and try to help
all
them.
this kind of stuff. They take care of each other.
Exactly.
That's crazy. That's DEI is not just about our gender or color of our skin or anything like that. It's where you're from.
Hey,
it's your veterans military status. It's your accessibility.
Yes.
It's all those things. Pregnant women.
Yes.
All of this stuff is included in DEI.
Exactly.
And the people that are making these laws, they are DEI their own self.
That part.
Or married to somebody that.
Yeah, we could be on this, fella. Let's do this, Damali.
Yes.
High point for yesterday.
Ooh.
High point.
Oh, man.
We go on the break after that. My high point, your high point.
High point. So I would say my high point was actually being able to do the interviews, the private interviews. We got to go into some of, the chambers.
Oh, that's great.
And we actually did some private interviews. So those will be coming out. Nobody has seen those yet, but those are going to be coming out. And so I think that was my high point because they got really raw.
Yeah.
I mean, they spilled, and just got down to why they were in the space and what they thought about and the reasons why they decided to run.
Man,
and you'll be surprised because most of them were like, hey, we didn't even want to do this.
Wow.
Like this was not on our agenda. We never even thought about running for office. We never even thought about being in this space. But a couple of things happened where they like, you know what?
We got chosen.
I got to do it.
Like I got chosen.
Right.
Yeah.
That's different when you say, man, I don't want to do this. I got chosen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the way they said it, it's like an out of body experience. Like, no, I got chosen.
Like God told me I got to do this. I got to step in this space.
Where you have something where you can't just sit on it.
Yes.
You have to make action. You have to do it. And that sounds like what that is.
Exactly.
Okay,
so that was my favorite.
I'm going to go half and half. Eric Harris, representative. Mm-hmm. I used to go to Morning Star Church. That was the first church that I went to when I got here to Tulsa. And it was this young man named Eric Harris, like 16 years old, going to Booker T, and just going to school. And then his brother, Chris, they were like 15, 16, they brothers. Dr. Emily Johnson, Emily Harris, boys. And I was security, back there doing push-ups. I'm playing. I was doing push-ups. But I was security at the church, and they come back there and they'll just be talking. I'm like, don't y'all supposed to be in church? They back there talking to me. But one of them, Chris, said, man, I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to do here. I'm going to go to Jackson State and do this. Chris, I'm going to do this, go to this HBCU and do this. And we just be going back and forth. I said, well, I'll be your bodyguard one day. He said, yeah, you can be my security when I go to the White House. It's crazy that Chris is now a doctor. Been a doctor for some years now. So they got to be about 30. I ran into him yesterday. He said, I knew your voice. You know what I mean? Because I got a little gray now, But anyway, it's the fact that he's a representative and he was an assistant district attorney for the state.
Wow.
For the state. Yeah. And I was like, man, I said, Eric, man, congratulations. Yeah. We sat and chopped it up, took some pictures. I want that to be my highlight, but when them kids signed them autographs, it changed my life.
I know.
I felt
right?
some kind of
I am somebody.
I am somebody. The kid had the suit on. He said, "Thank you so much, sir. I'm so excited. Thank you so much."
He had his little thing.
He has the stuff.
Harper, will you sign my?
I think I will. I believe so.
And so it's that thing. I didn't want to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like I felt called to do it. I
They
felt
called
led
me to do
yeah.
this.
So it was like finding
My
an
daughter
opinion.
Gloria said, Dad, what you think was going on? I said, they saw something.
Right.
Yeah.
See them kids.
Yes.
They won't miss.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to take a break. We got some Hump Day Hot Topics scrambled, closed yesterday. And there's a whole lot of word out there going on there. We're going to talk about a little bit of that next in our Hump Day Hot Topics. KBOB 89.9 FM. Tamika's hanging around because she's giving away some tickets at the end of the show.
Yes,
News you can use for Charles and Damali coming up next, our Hump Day Hot Topics.
EduRec is the place where education and recreation meets. At EduRec, we have a host of programs such as spring break camp, summer camp, and after school. We also have Black History Saturdays. It's located at 5424 North Madison Avenue. To donate, sponsor, or volunteer for any of our programs at EduRec, go to edurectulsa.com. Call EduRec today at 918-430-3947. And you can also visit us on any of our social media platforms at EduRec Tulsa. EduRec Tulsa, where education and recreation meet.
Oh, yes, it's bingo night. Bingo! And the money right. Bingo. It's bingo night. Oh, what a night. Oh, what a night. Every first and third Thursday, starting February 4th, it's bingo night at 36th Street North Event Center. Bingo night. Bingo nights at 36th Street North Event Center every first and third Tuesday with lots of cash and prizes to be given away. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and sessions start at 7 and 8 p.m. Game packs starting at only $25 and you could win big. 36th Street North Event Center, 1125 East 36th Street North. Bingo nights. So grab your auntie and uncles and enjoy bingo nights at the 36th Street North Event Center. Concessions and refreshments will be available, and bingo nights at 36th Street North can be enjoyed in a smoke-free environment. Bingo night every first and third Tuesday starting February 4th at 36th Street North Event Center. For more information, call 918-200-9046. Bingo Nights is presented by the 36th Street North Event Center and NYCU.FM. Cash and prizes are based on minimum attendance requirements.
Ladies and gentlemen,
the all new KBOB 89.9 FM, Black on Black Community Radio.
And now it's time for the Hump Day Hot Topics with Charles and Damali.
hey, guess what day it is?
Hump Day!
Hump day! It's Hump day!
Hey, Mike. It's the Hump Day Hot Topics on news you can use.
Mike.
What day it is.
Yes, hot topics. Hey, so before we go to the hot topics real quick, cousin Lori says, you must see the photos of Charles signing the autographs. He said they're priceless.
Cousin, see, we family now. See, she done came down from New Orleans. Is it New Orleans or Nolans? Nolans.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Okay, and Uncle Brian says you might keep those for blackmail purposes.
See, it be your own people. You see how Uncle Brian do me? It's all good. Okay, what we got?
Hot topic. So scrambled on Greenwood. I am so heartbroken. So yesterday when we get in from the Capitol, we find out that Scramble has closed its doors permanently.
And you know what? Yeah. And so it's kind of like we got the days mixed up. So we tried to go at least about 3 times.
Yeah. And
with meetings and stuff, and it closed on Monday. Didn't know. And we just was kind of missing it. So now when I saw that, I was thinking we had like another month. Yeah. So I was going to go yesterday.
Right.
They said, no, we're closing officially
that day.
Had you make it to Scramble, Tamika? Had you been over, Doctor?
Because I have not made it.
See, I didn't either. Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
I wanted to so bad, and then they're going to talk about on today.
Like, y'all couldn't give us more warning.
Can I get just give me another day to get there?
Give me one more.
I would have made it today.
Yeah.
I mean, I worked.
They would have had a
line
out the door. Yeah.
Man, JB, you make it to Scramble?
Every time I went, the doors was locked.
Mm-hmm.
For real, you missed Scramble too, Jay?
Yeah.
I didn't miss it. I went a couple times, but it was closed when I went.
Yeah. Oh,
me and Bobby tried to go a couple times. We couldn't catch them.
Man, I was hearing about the lamb chops.
Man, I was hearing about
all the
that.
French toast with the peaches on top of it. See the egg.
I heard very good stories about it.
The food and the service. I didn't hear nothing but good things about the food and the service.
Yeah.
So are they going to open somewhere else in Tulsa?
So as far as I hear, so
what's the word on the street?
Pulled out. The word on the street is the owner of Scrambled on Greenwood announced it was closing and leaving Black Wall Street on Tuesday, February 25th, which was yesterday, after an undisclosed dispute with the controversial and far-right current Greenwood Chamber of Commerce. They said it is with a heavy heart that Scrambled on Greenwood announces the closure of its doors. Despite the hard work, passion, and dedication poured into the business, the decision to close has been made due to challenges beyond our control. Notably, the negligence of the Greenwood Chamber of Commerce is what they say. Now, since then, I have heard, or the streets are saying that there is another side to the story.
There is.
That there was, some other things that were going on beyond our control. This is beyond their control.
Can you first go and say, this isn't the first time someone has blamed the Greenwood Chamber for some businesses having to close down on Greenwood before actually knowing the actual facts?
Well, so this is what I am going to say about that, because this is the thing. I come from a legal background.
Yeah.
And so everybody's innocent until proven guilty, in my opinion. Okay, so it's not that I'm going to take a side either way, because until I see documentation, but this is what I will say. If you are in business, and we talk about business on this show all the time, nothing is a handshake that means nothing in today's economy.
Right.
It means nothing. You need to get it in black and white. You need to be clear about expectations on both sides. Right. Not, what I am going to be paying in order for me to be in this space, what I'm going to be giving, in order for us to have this agreement. You need to be clear on that. If you don't have your paperwork in order, then these are the types of things that happen.
Can we go back a little bit and say there were two owners? Before it was Scrambled, it was Wing Supreme.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I got some wings. Did you get some?
Yeah. Now I did get some wings.
You missed the wings.
You missed
the
wings.
See, you been
my
Damali, she said she don't come outside.
Right.
She said when the sun go down, she go down with the sun, and she rides with the sun and the rooster.
So Eric, I forget his last name. Both owners are from Oklahoma City.
Right.
Which really good guys. Actually met them once or twice in passing. And I didn't know they were partners until the Scramble thing came along. So,
they partners.
Another story is that there was friction between them, and they could not get their business straight, and decided to pull the plug. But the other story is everyone is blaming the Greenwood Chamber, and the Greenwood Chamber's like, they have nothing to do with it.
But then I've also heard another story that all three of them, there's blame to go around for all three of them.
Normally when Culver Freeman's name is brought into something, it's not good stories. I mean, you go back to the speakeasy closing down.
Right. Yeah.
And the issues he was having with the heating in the air. And
so I will say this, and this, so on this show, what we try to do is speak positivity, because any negativity is a reflection of us all. And so I will say that this is a black business. These are black business owners, whether we like them or not.
Yeah.
They are black business owners, and we need to figure out how we can support one another and how we can work together and still be of benefit. And so I'm not going to sit here and talk about anybody and do the he said, she said, they said, because I need to see paperwork. And from what I understand, there is no paperwork.
Doctor, you see what I did with Doctor? Because here's the ticket. I'll be ready to talk about some stuff. You don't even know. Y'all don't know. Charles be ready to talk. I said, I know exactly what happened. You know what Damali do? You got any paperwork?
Right.
You got any facts?
That's what I love.
Slow down, because you're the CEO of
Yeah.
World One Development. Just don't be out here saying this and saying that. And we are about bringing people together, because here's the ticket. There's always two sides to the story, and then the truth. That's the third part in my mind. And sometimes when you don't really know, because we all are business owners, we all have business where people have said different things that we knew wasn't true about us.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah.
And we have to sit back, because maybe our attorney be like, nope, you can't say nothing yet. And then they out here saying, oh, they did this, they took my money, they did this. And you got to sit there in it knowing that that's not true. And people running wild and rampant. So I don't know, like you said, all I'm saying is I want some scrambled.
Exactly.
I want some
and I see,
wings.
I see Tori Tyson is on here, and there was an unfortunate situation that happened
There's
with Tori that
there's
we
another
do
victim.
know about.
I was a victim of the situation.
That we do know about. So what I am saying is this, there is no black business that should be denied the opportunity to operate on Greenwood.
Right.
Because that's what
denied?
Greenwood was. That's what.
Were they denied?
There's an allegation. There's an allegation that Scrambled was denied.
So there's an allegation.
Right.
There
The
you go.
scramble was denied, but there was also a conflict between the two business owners, that was subletting.
At
So-
what point does the spotlight get put on Greenwood Chamber and they have to be held accountable for the things that people say they're doing against them? I mean,
Well, what you do
when it
is
comes to
this:
businesses.
the spotlight is always on the chamber because the chamber is really how you're supposed to run your city.
Yeah.
That's who brings us together. That's how businesses come in. Is how we're supposed to be able to exist
Tori
together.
said, "I'm holding my mule."
Meaning that's how it's supposed to be.
Right.
So you're gonna be under a spotlight, whether it's good or bad. Kind of like the quarterback.
Yeah.
So the chambers like to come the quarterback for North Tulsa. When you're winning, you're winning. When you're losing,
Yeah.
you get it both ways. And right now they just done took some L's because of a lot of things that has happened. So what we're saying, we don't know all of the details, but when it come out in the Tulsa world and it come out in the what's Nehemiah,
The
Black Wall Street Times.
Yeah.
When it come out on Facebook is brutal, y'all.
Facebook
Man.
is, oh
People get on
my
Facebook.
Well,
God.
now you can say anything you want to say on Facebook,
Man.
and there are no consequences for it.
Yeah,
So-
And so that's why we like to have people to come in and sit in these chairs. So now we can ask you the questions.
I didn't
and we can get-
appreciate how Alvin Muhammad and Angela Chambers and people like that went in and started calling other people who were going to the defense of businesses that have not survived on Greenwood satanic.
and I think that that's too far.
I
think
thought that
that's
was a
too
little
far.
too much.
We can agree to disagree.
That's
But
right.
calling people out of their names, insulting their character, I think that's too far.
Because you stand on one side of the fence and those people stand on the other side of the fence. Most
Right.
of the time, that's what's going on.
Correct.
And then you put it on social media.
Yeah.
Man,
It's-
they can't
it's
pull it back.
forever.
Yeah, and it's there forever.
It's shared, it's screenshot,
Right.
all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And
And,
I
then
think it
that's how
gets-
you continue to have
And I think
divisions.
it gets to where you don't even get a chance to think before you respond.
Mhm.
And then that stuff is out there forever because
You
it's screenshot ministries all over the place.
Right.
Boy.
So it's not even like you can. And here's the ticket: you never know if that. I'm just gonna say this: you never know if that's gonna affect like your kids
Mhm.
or your grandkids or your parents or your friend. When you just say something, you just never know when things get
And how
crazy.
can you get
how
on
bad
your
it can
kids
get.
about how they're behaving if you are behaving like this in a public light?
That's
You know
a
what I'm
word.
saying?
And so for us on World One Development News, you can use. We're not passing judgment on anybody.
Yeah.
What we saying is we don't have all the facts, so we're not gonna sit and try to speak on it because we don't know.
But
It's
it is
just
unfortunate.
a very hot topic,
Uh-huh.
So that's why we just kind of bring it here. So hopefully we can find a way to.
Well, Corey Green said they're going to be camped out in the riot gear for the.
Let's go to the live. What they said on live, Damali?
For the lamb chops.
Man,
Stop it.
I want them
Stop
lamb
it.
chop. My
The
mouth is
lamb chop.
watering right now. See,
Right.
look, I want them all back. I want Tori back because I need an edge up. See my
Right.
edge? Look at my
Okay.
head. Look at my head. No, I'm just playing. Don't y'all look at my head.
Tori,
like that.
help your brother out. Help your brother out.
I need one of the
please.
J's. I want some chicken back.
Right.
I want some more wing supremes because I did get that. I just want us to experience what our ancestors experienced over a century ago. They
Right.
found the way to work
together. So Nico says we need more businesses and entrepreneurial training resources in our communities. Laura Roberts said, let's bring together as many as possible and people just be accountable for your part. Thank you,
They
Laura.
just need
I
to
love
kill all
that.
that division.
Yeah. Tori says she's holding her mule. Laura says, yes, be real and have facts. Nico says it keeps happening year after year after year.
It
All
does.
chambers of commerce should be held accountable.
It does.
And I think that it goes back to community. We need to hold them accountable. So instead of waiting around for a travesty to happen so we can all complain about it, then let's get together and figure out what we can do in order to stop the nonsense.
And I'll
that's
say
the problem.
We
I'll-
talked
I'll
about
go
that
ahead and
before.
say
Mm-hmm.
that's the problem is people come when they're angry and upset
Right.
Man.
and things like that, but then don't have a solution.
Right.
Don't come with problems without trying to help.
You're right.
I like that.
Right?
Right.
You're just making it worse by doing all this back and forth stuff. Try to help.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of bringing gas
Right.
to a fire
Yeah.
that's
Right.
already burning, throwing more gas and more
Right.
gas, because
Yeah.
that's not going to be. I'll say my final thing because I know we got other hot topics because we
Yeah.
could be on this for a minute
Mhm.
because if this live get to going, it's over. But I'll say this: World One Development don't always agree with everybody.
Nope.
Right. Yeah.
But what we do is we go behind closed doors
Mhm.
and we find a way to resolve those things and not let it spill all out into the streets like that.
Right.
So I'm just gonna say, if Dr. Tamika and we have a situation, why we can't find a way to resolve that, maybe without posting something on
Right.
Facebook, now it becomes the community's problem.
Right.
And just what hurts me most is two companies have an issue. why do personal people now
That part.
fight each
Right,
other?
Right.
It's two businesses.
Right.
You two, that is personal. Now
Mhm.
you got people that got bad personal relationships
Mhm.
over two businesses
Mhm.
that really technically neither one don't have nothing to do with. So why y'all mad at each other?
Right.
So that's the beauty of us working together because people got something to, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Damali,
I
why
do.
should me and you personally be mad? Because two companies or three
Mhm.
couldn't agree on something. We shouldn't be fussing and fighting in our community about it.
Right.
Let them work that out. Let us pray for them, support them, or bring a solution, or bring positive vibes and energy. Say something on Facebook like, man, I hope y'all get that worked out so we can
Right.
find a way to still have scramble here. Or I
That's
hope
right.
instead of, they do this, or because if we do that,
Or
we
maybe
never gonna
you
get
have
nowhere.
a business, or maybe you have a building and say, hey, Scramble,
Let's find
you
a
know
way to
what?
make it
I got
work.
I got some space for lease. Hey, come
Right.
on over here and just start your business over here. We ain't even got to do all that.
That's
But-
right. And that's what I'm getting at. Because who owns the land on Greenwood?
The city of Tulsa.
Right. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. Our ancestors, we own stuff. We
Mhm.
own stuff. So it's not just having the businesses there.
Mhm.
Greenwood is in your heart.
Yeah.
Right.
Ooh.
So you could have a scramble down the street or
Mm.
wherever, and it's still Greenwood is
That's
in your
right.
heart.
That's
you don't
right.
necessarily have to be
Mhm.
on that street.
Right.
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 We don't
That's
own
a
it
good point.
anyway.
Right.
That's
Right.
a
We
good
don't
point.
own
So why
it.
are we
I
fighting
think-
for
Why
it?
are we
think-
fighting over stuff we don't own?
Okay, we could go to the live
Good
because I see
point.
Narissa on because she got
Narissa,
something.
okay,
We're gonna switch
so
gears.
hold on just a second because somebody else had. Oh, so Nico said, "LOL screenshot ministry." She thought that was hilarious. Uncle Brian said, "And Greenwood Chamber of Commerce has a very shady reputation at this point." And that's true. I mean, that's what people think in the community. And there's two different sides though. So,
Right.
Tori said, "I gotcha." Nico said agreed. And Narissa says this. She says, this is so true. You have to stop the different factions and work together. We can do more united. This is how we uplift Greenwood and the Black community. And I agree with Charles. Come together behind closed doors and discuss things, but not in public. Come out as a united voice. I agree with that, Narissa. Very good.
All right. We
So,
got
anyway.
we got to switch gears because we got other hot topics. Hopefully that works out. Go ahead.
So, okay, the next hot topic they want to talk about is the big payback. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. So it's the big payback, fear and reparations in the American suburb. This is a movie, actually a documentary that Charles and I, Christy and Councilwoman Vanessa Harper actually have cameos in.
Right.
And it is now playing in American Airlines. So when you're flying, if you're flying American Airlines, you can actually watch this documentary about reparations. And it is Robin Rue Simmons is our friend. We've been to Evanston, Illinois. I don't even know how many times at this point.
Four for me.
Yeah. And then we just went last year with our commission to visit and, go to one of her conferences that she had. But in any event, this is a documentary about one of those meetings. It's very deep. And so I would recommend you guys watching it.
What's
the
name of it again?
It's called The Big Payback.
The Big Payback.
Okay. Sounds like something I need to watch.
Right. The Big Payback, fear and reparations in the American suburb.
Okay.
And it's talking about reparations in Evanston, Illinois. So, you guys make sure you go check that out. And I believe you can still catch it. It is playing on streaming. It's streaming somewhere. So you can just Google it and find out where it's streaming. But I thought it was really cool. Christy let us know she flew this past weekend.
And she was watching
it on the flight and took pictures. Yeah. So it was pretty cool. Uncle Brian says it's on Amazon.
On Amazon as well.
Yeah. So
somebody sent me a picture. It'd be so many documentaries and stuff out here. But if you don't know Robin Rue Simmons, just Google her name.
You need to Google
if you don't do Robin Rue Simmons, Google her
She was an
name.
alderwoman.
She was an alderwoman. She's so nice. She actually was here for Juneteenth last year. They may be coming back. That's a tough sister right there. Okay,
so
what we got next?
Sister.
The Big Payback.
Okay, now we have talked about this a little bit. We have been talking about the blackout that is supposed to take place on February the 28th, the last day of the month, which is why I said that your event is really important, because what we are supposed to be doing is only supporting Black business, okay? Period. And so Al Sharpton has released his DEI boycott plan. It's a 24-hour blackout that's supposed to happen on Friday, February the 28th from 12 a.m. until 11:59 p.m. He said the first step is the counterattack on DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. He says, do not make any purchases at all. Do not shop online or in store. No Amazon, no Walmart, no Best Buy, no McDonald's or other fast food stores, no gas, no major retailers. Do not use credit or debit cards for non-essential spending. Try to buy all you need before Friday, February the 28th.
Did you say Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to go to therapy.
I'm going to
She
have to
ain't
go
by
to therapy.
herself.
You gotta go to therapy.
Yeah,
See,
by
yeah, Amazon is
herself.
what people like. I gotta
Yes.
get your counselors. Counselors on standby. Get your
Oh,
phones ready.
my
We need a
God.
phone line for Amazon.
I told y'all I don't leave
But
the
I'm
house. So
packages.
how
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's all right.
That's all
Amazon.
right.
I got
We
it.
can do it.
Counselors,
I'm
we
not
gonna get them
spending nothing
1-800.
Not a
28.
penny. Not a penny.
1-800.
We're going to come. We'll see you.
The number to call is 1-800. Lean on me. In your time of distress.
So what they're saying is, if necessary, only buy essentials of absolutely necessary items such as food, medicine, emergency supplies, and all of that. But you need to be planning because we're telling you about this in advance.
Right.
So you should already have your medications. If you want to buy food, go to a Black-owned business. You know, there's plenty of Black-owned businesses out there. It says, why does this matter? Corporations and banks only care about their bottom line. Disrupting the economy for even one day sends a powerful message. If they don't listen, we make the next blackout longer. Our numbers are powerful, and this is how we make history. Now, let me tell you something. We just discovered that in Tulsa, we have a spending power, the Black community only. And, you know, we're only, 13%?
Yeah, 13%.
We have the spending power of $2.1 or $2.2 billion with a B.
Annually.
We're talking about just here in Tulsa, right? So just imagine if every person in every Black community withheld their money and only shopped in Black businesses with us, what that would do to the economy.
Right.
So what we're saying is this is equivalent to, remember the bus boycotts and the sit-ins, right? It was a concentrated effort. It was intentional. We need to start being intentional.
And I say for him, Doctor, go ahead.
Oh, I was just about to say she right about it. You know, with Greenwood, Black Wall Street, you know, how that happened. Well, a part of it is when we stopped with the Jim Crow laws.
Right.
And then we were able to go and shop out there in other businesses and not support our own Black businesses. So that's how you make your difference. You hit them in the pocket.
Hit them
Right.
in the
You
pocket.
hit them in the pocket. Stop spending.
Stop
Yeah.
spending.
And my thing that I think about this a lot of times, it's weird that it seems like in 2025 we're going backwards.
I know.
We are.
Just the fact, think about this, y'all.
50 years.
It's sad that you have to sit and even have to even be considering this because these things that were going on before all of us was even born.
That's right.
And now we just, for whatever reason,
done
living in
circle
a
back
time
around.
that we don't have to circle back around to foolishness.
Tomfoolery.
Now people got to have therapy behind Amazon and all this because of just not being fair.
Sign me
being
up.
just
Yeah.
Because I gotta have it because I
Yes.
am addicted to ordering.
Man.
So February 28th, y'all. So what we got?
There are other days that we are supposed to be boycotting, and we will get that information to you guys
Later.
as they go. Yeah, because we're kind of running low on time.
So let's see.
Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to hit our Black History trivia
Somebody get
question.
ready to win some tickets to what, Damali? What to pay for? Because I'm getting excited. I think I'm going to win.
You think you're going to win?
Yeah, I'm getting my
Here you
outfit
go.
together in my
Hey,
spirit.
hey.
Then your spirit.
In
Let's
your
go.
Spirit. Okay, who was the first African American female star route mail courier in the United States? Was it A? Was it A, Sarah Black? Was it B, Mary Fields? Was it C, Medora Walker?
Lord
Or
help me.
was it D, Jenny Lewis? So we had
Lord be on my
Gary,
side.
JB, and Uncle Brian said B. Tamika, Charles, AJ, Michael, Howard, and the Black Wall Street Chamber said C. Anybody else? We're gonna give y'all a couple seconds to see if y'all come up with a different answer or if y'all come up with an answer.
And if whoever wins is going to get these tickets to Harlem Night. 2 tickets this Friday.
And
Right.
it's gonna be a good time.
And it's going to be a
It's gonna
good
be
time. They got the food. They got the
Listen,
competition.
they're dressing up in
Dressing
costumes,
to
man.
costume. It's
Yes.
You get to
going
put on a
down.
costume. It's fun
It's a vibe,
already.
right?
Yeah. Okay, so nobody else has put in any more answers. Okay, if
Narissa
you
said C. You got that?
I didn't see Narissa.
I got it.
Okay,
my side.
C. Okay, Narissa.
She said,
you
I'm
got
straight
C?
up guessing. I'm going to put my name in it. Look, she saw that Harlem Night.
Right.
Oh, put me in the C.
Right.
Come on.
Michael said,
Drum
"Wow,
roll.
Damali is famous. What did I do? I
I'm
don't
finna
know.
do a drum
You
What
roll.
were
I
a
said.
cameo in the documentary.
Oh,
what
that's
he's
right. That's
talking
what he's talking about. Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
what did I do? I forgot. Okay. All right. Drum roll. Oh, here we go. If you said B,
Oh my God.
you are correct. Mary Fields, also known as Stagecoach Mary, was the first African-American mail carrier whose story has become a legend. Fields served as the Star Route carrier from 1895 to 1903. What that means is she was actually a United States Postal Service employee, but a contractor serving communities inaccessible to the USPS.
Now, because of that, somebody needs to cash out me enough money to get a ticket because I'm spending all my money on my 70s outfit, y'all.
I got you a ticket.
You got me a ticket?
I don't even worry about it.
I had started transferring all my money. I ain't got nothing left. I need a cash out. How much are the tickets?
$15.
$15.
So it looks like Uncle Brian.
Who's first?
Uncle Brian and JB.
Uh-oh.
Uncle Brian and JB.
All the
JB, are you
winners.
gonna go if you get tickets?
I can't win.
Oh yeah, you can't win. So
All right,
Uncle
well,
Brian.
Uncle Brian, it's you.
Uncle Brian.
Uncle Brian won tickets to bingo last week.
Lori said D. Lori, you with me. So hopefully you didn't transfer your money to your outfit like I did. But Tamika gonna help me out. She's nice. So make sure to call the DM or something.
Right.
So one more time about the event on this Friday.
It is this Friday at 6 o'clock. It starts. Be red carpet ready.
Yes.
It's O'Malley B is going to be on the
This is
saxophone.
gonna be amazing.
We're going to have Harlem Nights trivia.
Yes.
And then we're going to watch the show. And we're going to do it. You know how we talk in the screen?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be a lot of that. So if y'all don't want to hear that,
Yo,
Don't come.
do me a favor.
Yeah.
Tell your mother I'm never coming home.
Get your mama on the phone.
That part,
When I come
that
in,
part.
as soon as I come through the door, I'm gonna say, "Get your mama on the phone."
Right.
I ain't never, ever.
Listen, I want
that.
y'all to be in the place.
Yes.
I want us to flick up on the red carpet.
Yeah, it's gonna
Get
be
us
fun.
a Harlem Night themed drink.
Yes.
I mean, just enjoy each other. February 28th, that's the blackout date.
Yes.
We want to make it, I say, let's make it a whole celebration for the whole day.
Yeah. Okay.
I love
Right?
it.
Let's make it a celebration of us supporting each other for
That's
the
right.
entire day. Not
I
spending
agree.
money out in the public, but just with each other. Let's see what it does.
So if they didn't win, where can they go get tickets?
CircleCinema.org.
CircleCinema.org. We will see you there.
All right. Okay. Eli says actually there were Creek and Seminole freedmen who served as postal carriers before that, but Indian Territory history is often neglected. Thank you, Eli, for that. You know what? We probably need to do some Indian trivia too.
We can do that.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can do
So
one next week.
Eli, work on some stuff and get it to me so that we can start doing some trivia.
Look, Lori Roberts said the suits. I want to see them. I'm gonna have mine on. Boom.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna be there. I can tell you, Uncle Brian, are you going? You won the tickets. You going?
won the tickets,
He
Uncle
said,
Brian.
"Big woman and carried a shotgun."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Stagecoach Mary. She was not
Hey,
playing
get your
the game.
pen in your. Hey, y'all do me
Don't
a
mess
quick.
with her mail.
Y'all
Right.
do me a quick favor right now. It's a lot of y'all on. Click that arrow. Click share. Cause that way, for whatever reason, somebody missed the show, they can still go. They can know about the great event that's coming up Friday and all this other information that we covered. So we finna go in to our upcoming events.
Let's
Let's
so
go.
y'all get
Let's
your
go.
pens and pads. All right, so Soul of Sunday happens every Sunday with Corey D from 1 o'clock p.m. until 3 o'clock p.m. on nycu.fm or on Facebook at nycu.fm or Corey D. Taylor. EduRec is gearing up for spring break camp. To sign up, go to edurectulsa.com/camp. There's going to be a gospel explosion happening in celebration of Black History Month. It's happening on February 27th at OSU Tulsa Auditorium, located at 700 North Greenwood Avenue. Doors open up at 5:15. The event starts at 6. The event is going to be emceed by Berthadius Bailey, featuring gospel choirs, praise teams, and lyrical praise dancers from around the city. Friendship Church Master Choir.
Yes.
They are going to be releasing their first album in 102 years, in their 102-year history. It's going to be coming out on Friday, February the 28th, on all streaming platforms. So make sure you guys are supporting the ship. What day is this? It's the 28th as well. On the 28th, this is going to be the Mississippi Mass Choir. Workshop Choir will be singing songs by these artists. The artists will not be in attendance. This is going to be the gospel celebration. So they're going to be singing songs from Walter Hawkins, Shirley Caesar, James
Hey.
Cleveland. Man, this is some
There's a lot of
church
good
now.
stuff going on.
This is going to be happening Friday, February the 28th at World One for Christ, 2121 North Harvard Avenue. So we got that happening. There's a lot of stuff. So see,
Lot of good
y'all
stuff.
ain't got to go out and spend no money nowhere.
We got
There is all kinds of stuff happening in our own community that we just need to go out and support that stuff. If you just do that alone, you all good. All right. We already talked about the blackout. We talked about Circle Cinema. There's going to be a free gardening class that's going to be hosted by Prosper and Plant Gardening 101. It's going to be March 1st from 12 o'clock noon until 2 o'clock p.m. Seating is limited. You must RSVP at lroll@ccoklahoma.com. It's going to be held at Apex Title, located at 3510 South 79th East Avenue. They're going to have food, giveaways, and prizes. Lataja Roll is the gardening realtor. I love
like that. The garden.
Yeah.
Do you have a green thumb? You get in the
I
garden a little
do.
bit?
You do?
I do.
Do you garden?
Oh, yes.
We gotta
I
get you
I
signed up.
garden like my grandma. Oh, I can teach the class.
Really?
Oh, my
Me.
goodness. Hey,
Okay,
cousin, if you're on the live, you need to get with
Yes.
Dr. Rogers because
I
she says
love-
she can be
I
in there
got
with
the
you.
raised beds,
The
all
whole
of that,
thing?
every
I'm going to
year.
send you the info.
Because it's
We got-
nothing like your own
Yeah. Fresh,
vegetables.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, when you make your salad, I want one.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, you know it's
Right.
fresh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
So we know if anything happened, whose house
We
we
know
need
to
to go
go
over.
to. I
Yeah,
already
she
know.
gonna have the food.
Gonna pull up.
Okay. Don't forget, we are doing bingo. We did bingo last night. And we're going to be doing bingo again on March the 4th. So March 4th, bingo at the 36th Street North Event Center, located at 1125 East 36th Street North. Hey, come on out and support. Have a good time. We have fun.
Tamika said she's going to come outside. She
Yeah,
don't normally come
come on.
outside.
I don't
Come
normally
on
come
outside.
outside
She don't normally
after
come
I get
out.
in from work.
Okay?
She's going to see her one time at bingo. If
Right.
you like it, you're going to come back.
Just come straight on
She gonna
over
come
from
through.
work. Just
Just
come on
come
over to
straight
the
on
event center.
That's
Don't
what
go
I'm,
home.
That's what
Just
I'm
come
have to
straight
do.
on
Yeah, don't go home.
Because I get home, I get in there and see my couch.
Yeah.
She say, see my couch.
couch.
Not even
and
sit on it
smell
yet.
how
Tamika-
it smells in the
Tamika,
room. You know, the scents and the
All
spice.
that-
And they're like,
Oh,
yeah, it's
You
like
can't-
I'm
just
stuck.
Damali, you know what she's going to do? If you bring her doorbell, then she's going to peep out the blind.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't even do that.
You don't even
You
peep out
don't
the
even
blind.
get up.
I don't get up.
You sound like
if
me.
If I don't know
Nah.
you coming, you're gonna just be out
You just
there.
gonna be
Well,
out there.
We'll see
Oh,
you
well.
Friday, and
All
then
right.
we'll remind you Tuesday.
Sounds
See you at
good.
Harlem
Now.
Nights. We gonna be
Sounds
there.
good.
All right, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, the Phi Beta Zeta chapter, is having their Finer Woman Financial Empowerment and Literacy Luncheon. The theme is the extraordinary power of she, economic justice. On March 8th, with featured speaker Rachel Wilson, who is the CEO and founder at Raise the Bar Investments. The tickets are $55. You can go to it's a long link. We'll post it on Facebook so that you guys can do that. And I will be emceeing the event.
Come on now.
Okay.
Let's do your thing.
Okay. Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce wants to see you on March 21st from 10 o'clock a.m. until 12 o'clock noon for the Black Wall Street Chamber of Commerce annual meeting. It's going to be happening at the 36th Street North Event Center. Special guest speaker is going to be our very own Mayor Monroe Nichols.
Man, come on,
Yes.
y'all. Pull up. Get your tables. Get your tickets.
Yes.
I'll
All
be there.
right. The African Experience 3.0 is going to be happening on March 29th at the 36th Street North Event Center. It is a fundraiser to support Youth for Charity missions in Kamuli, Uganda. It's a party with a purpose. You know, that is my birthday party / we're supporting kids. And we're also supporting kids in Tulsa as well. So we'll part of the donations will be going to Edurate Youth and Family Fund Center. And then the additional will be going over to Kamuli, Uganda. So help us sponsor some kids to go to school. So far, we've sponsored 75 kids.
We done sponsored
Oh, I
75
love
kids.
that.
We built a church and we built 7 houses.
Yeah.
And if you
What?
go
Y'all
over
built
there,
a church.
we
Yes.
built a church.
Oh, that's amazing.
7 houses and got the water system in at the church.
Yeah.
Got them a big old projector where they can have movie night.
Yeah.
So you're talking about 1,300 kids coming out and the village coming in.
Yeah.
One day y'all got to
Oh.
come to Kamuli and see
Yes, y'all got to
Yeah,
see
it's-
it.
it's
It's
a big
amazing.
deal.
I gotta come.
You got to
it.
come.
On our next
First
The
and
next
last
time we
though,
going.
'cause I can't. That's
Yeah.
a long flight.
That's
Yeah.
a long flight now.
Yeah.
That's a 12 hour. You
Yeah.
jump on again.
I
It's
know.
another 8.
I went to Kenya a few years ago.
So
Yeah.
you already know.
Yeah.
I
it's
had to
long.
I had to upgrade my tickets.
Yeah.
I couldn't do
It's
that.
tough.
Yeah.
Cousin Lori said she got her ticket to the Zeta Phi Beta sorority. Thank you, Lori. We appreciate
Thank
your
you.
support. All right, and District 3, the District 3 seat at the Tulsa Public School Board is up for general election on April 1st. Your candidate choices are Kyra Carby and Dory Simmons. Our children are counting on us to make the right decision. Educate yourselves about these two candidates, and please go out and vote. April 1st is my actual birthday, so please do me a favor as a birthday present. Go out and vote.
We're going to try to get the candidates on the show.
Yeah, we need to call them.
Platform.
Yeah. Birthdays. AJ, aka Mr. Energizer. It is his
Happy
birthday.
AJ.
Happy birthday, AJ. He is the Arkansas ambassador
Yes.
for NYCU.FM. We love him. He was just here. He pulled up. He might as well just get a house here.
I know, right?
Let's get a house here, AJ.
Marquise Dennis. It is his birthday on the 26th.
I sent him a shout out this morning. Happy birthday, Marquise.
March 2nd, former Senator Kevin Matthews has a birthday.
Happy birthday, former senator.
And March 3rd, Daniel over in Uganda has a birthday, along with our good friend Paul Ball of the Individuals Car Club.
So we go across the pond and come back. Happy birthday, y'all.
Bring it on back. All right, so don't forget, please hit us up on any of our social media platforms on Facebook and Instagram. And now we are on LinkedIn.
Yes.
So we're working on that right now as we speak. So you can hit us up on World One Development, EduRec Youth and Family Fund Center, 36th Street North Event Center, Fitting Back in Prison Reentry, and NYCU.FM.
Just like that, down to our final thoughts, Dr. Tamika Rogers. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence.
I appreciate being here. Y'all are fun.
So
I love the atmosphere y'all have created.
Yes.
I just love it, love it, love it. So thank you. I do appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
Okay,
come
appreciate
back.
you too. Final thoughts, DJ JB Smooth, our producer.
I went to the website for the Greenwood Chamber of Commerce and it's not working. I was trying to figure out who the board members was, but I couldn't find
It's
them.
updating. It's updating. It's rendering.
So I think it crashed. They crashed the
rendering.
Greenwood.
It's rendering.
It's rendering. Oh my
Damali,
God.
final thoughts before we go. Great show. Great job.
Final thoughts is, guys, we've got to support our community, and we've got to take care of our own. Nobody's going to come and save us. If we don't save ourselves, then we're doomed. So we've got to learn how to work together, to love on one another, even through disputes, and not always have to blast each other. We don't need to do that. Because people are watching us and they're laughing at us because they think it's ridiculous that we cannot be able to handle our situations in a better light. So in 2025, let's do a better job of communicating and trying to work together.
I love that. I can't say much after that, right? If somebody give a speech, you'd be like, I can't back that up. So spread more love and less hate. And if you would like to help us stay on the radio, please consider donating to Eden Media Services to help our community radio continue to stay on the air. You can send your donation made payable to Eden Media Services, 1216 North Lansing Avenue. Sweet D, we moved on up just a little bit, y'all. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 74106. This has been news you can use. I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Charles Harper.
And I'm Damali Wilson.
And we are live every Wednesday from 1 p.m. to 2:30. So make sure you tune in.
Oh, just one more.
One
Just
more.
one more. Elon Musk is sending out $5,000 checks. They will hit your bank account on February 31st.
Oh, God.
Just a heads up. Be on the lookout for that.
Be on the lookout for it, baby.
If you would like to advertise or promote your business or events on this show, inbox us on Facebook at World One Development. This has been World One Development's news you can use with Charles Harper and Damali Wilson. Views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the host and not necessarily to myself, yourself, or anybody else associated or not necessarily associated with this organization, committee, or group, or other individuals associated with KBOB 89.9, NYCU.FM, Eden Media Services, World One Development, and NYCU.FM. Y'all have a great day. We'll see you guys next week for the police report, right?
Just like that. Love
police
y'all.
report.
Y'all have a good weekend.
Police
See you on
report.
Friday.
You're
Next
welcome,
episode,
Laura.
next
Laura
week.
says thank you for your positivity.
Yes.
That's what we try to do.
Just like that. Love y'all. Share the video.
Positivity, yeah. Let's do that. Positive over negative. It came from a rap song, I think. Y'all have a good day.
I think you made that up.
Positive over negative.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a rap song. We'll see you next week, guys.